What's up, guys? Brallus here. I just hit the fuck out of my mic. Last night I got to play about 3 hours of the new Call of Duty Alpha, the 2v2. They released it a day early, so I hopped in. I'm going to be hopping on some more today, which I'm excited about, but I wanted to leave my impressions for you guys, let you guys know what I thought. If you guys played it or are playing it, let's link up, let's play together. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but here are my impressions for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2v2 Alpha. We'll see you guys on the other side. This is it, guys. Another year, another Call of Duty, like I said before. This one is actually pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. Hold up, before you judge. What I really liked about this Call of Duty was it just feels different. It feels like something new. It doesn't feel like the same old rehash shit from the last several years. It feels like they're actually making an effort this year. And, you know, we'll see how the whole game turns out. But last night, I put in about 3.5 hours straight into a stream on my Twitch channel of the new Call of Duty 2v2 mode for the Alpha. I could say, you know, I came out of it pretty happy. There are a couple things that I was like, you know, about, but it wasn't anything major. And, you know, this looks like the game, honestly, that might turn things around for the series. Hopefully. We'll see. It depends what they do post-release, if they add, you know, microtransactions and that kind of bullshit. But, you know, we'll see. So let's start off with the graphics. So the graphics were really nice. They're using a brand new engine, and you can definitely tell it shines a bit more. Everything, the textures look very smooth. The textures are very crisp. Obviously, this is on the PlayStation 4 Pro. The lighting looked fantastic. The God rays looked great. The lighting itself was very surreal and very atmospheric, especially the pine map. The pine map is the big old pine tree map. You're in the woods, and there's some old rusted out cars and a couple of bunkers to the left and to the right of the map. And the lighting was very nice there. You can see all the shadow textures from the trees. Everything looked really crisp, very clean. It was difficult to make out people that were going prone and hiding in the bushes, which I liked. So it had more of a Battlefield feel, which is what I really enjoyed about the gameplay of the new Call of Duty. Is it feels more like they're going after the throne that Battlefield has as far as the realism goes, the realism factor, and the immersion factor as well. The guns, when you shoot, are so meaty that it feels like they actually pack a punch. They sound on. It sounds like they're actually, for the first time ever, recording real guns and using it for their game. An honorable mention being the Deagle, the Desert Eagle .50, is fantastic. It sounds great. It sounds very. It sounds like it packs a punch. Like it sounds just like meaty, you know. And I was playing 2v2 with one of my buddies, and every time he had the deagles and he was getting kills, he was going "Rah!" and really getting into that shit. And that's what you want out of your games. You want to feel like you're holding a gun, right? You want to feel that immersion. My favorite was I believe it was the M16A4. I don't know what they call it in the game. I don't remember exactly, but it felt really good. It felt like it had a scope on it, like an ACOG. It also had a foregrip on it. The stabilization was on point as well, depending on the gun you're using. They have all sorts of different loadouts while you're playing. Like it's kind of like gun game in a sense. Like sometimes they'll spawn you with a rocket launcher and a heavy machine gun or a light machine gun. Sometimes they'll just do pistols only, whether it's a Deagle or just like a Glock, something like that, you know. So it was different loadouts every time, which keeps the game fresh, keeps it interesting, because you never know what round you're going to get. And one of my favorites personally was the sniper rifle class, where they give you a two-shot shotgun and a sniper rifle. So it was like shoddy snipers, and you run around, and it either ends very quick at the beginning, or everyone's kind of scared hiding out with their shotguns, because you only get 2 rounds. You get 2 shells. So if you're not sniped, or you don't snipe them right at the beginning, it gets a little hectic and people start panicking and start running and jumping off stuff, which was also, by the way, a great thing I liked about the game. Is I like how interactive the environments are now. Before, like, you know, for example, Modern Warfare, the original, even Black Ops, you can only really bunny hop onto small things like barrels or boxes, and that was really it. In this one, you can fully scale things. Like in King, which was the map that kind of looks like a skate park, with 2 giant shipping crates on each side, you can scale up, you know, either side of the main little center platform, and it makes for some interesting firefights, because you'll be up there, you don't know if they're coming from the front or the back, coming up the stairs, or they'll hop on top of the sides where the sandbags are, or the concrete blocks, and they'll just scale their way up, and it makes for some interesting moments because you're not used to that in a Call of Duty game. You're used to just kind of these, you know, square arenas that have the 3 lanes, and you can get attacked from either side. What I'm really excited for is the map they showed in the first stream they did, the docks. I'm interested to see how that plays out because there's the trains, there's different bridges, buildings you can hop on top. So I'm really interested to see. At first, when I was watching the stream, I was like, this looks pretty cool. This could be, you know, a good change as far as pace goes and timing. And it really does make a difference. You're surprised, and you don't really know until you play how surprised you are when you actually start hopping on things and how it changes the flow of the gameplay up. So I'm really excited. Now, one of the main issues that we came across a couple times was one of the old tale books of Call of Duty was the netcode. There were a few times where we knew we were around a corner and they still ended up killing us. So that was pretty surprising. It didn't really make any sense, and it was something that we were like, "Come on, we got the guy." You know, you know the old telltale stories of the Call of Duty. I swear to God, I shot that guy a million times, or I was hitting him. Why didn't my bullets hit? Kind of shit. It happened. Now I will say it didn't happen as often as it normally does, but it happened once in a while, and it wasn't really that big of a deal. It was just kind of like But the thing was is that the pros actually outweighed the cons at this standpoint, where it didn't when it did happen in that rare moment, it didn't really have a huge effect on our mentality, and it was just kind of like whatever, you know. We kind of let it go, you know. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But overall, guys, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. It was just 2v2 on about 3 or 4 maps that it rotated between. I believe they're releasing more today, since it was officially supposed to come out today, this alpha. But, you know, they, plugged it in a day early for everybody, which was cool. I know they're building up the hype train for the full release, so there's still a lot of details we don't know about. But so far for the 2v2, it felt great. I enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be playing more and streaming more today. But heed my warning, guys. Heed my warning. Remember, this is Activision we are dealing with, right? Infinity Ward doesn't necessarily have a full say of how their microtransaction system is going to play out. But I feel like, with giving everyone access to this beta a day early, and then, or this alpha a day early, and then doing the beta in September with whatever surprises they're going to pull for that, they're building up a lot of community good faith and goodwill, right? Like, hey, we're good guy Infinity Ward, good guy Activision, we're letting you play a day early. Don't take the bait, guys. Don't fall for it, because they could very well get the hype train built up, right? The old industrial hype machine. You could go out and pre-order, which, if anybody knows me, I'm against pre-ordering unless it's a collector's edition where you're not going to be able to get it, which is like 1% of pre-orders nowadays. But don't go out and pre-order, guys. Remember, let Activision know, and I said this on my Twitter for those of you who follow me on Twitter. I called out Activision on Twitter, and I said, everybody's watching you. You guys have a lot of good community, goodwill, good faith built up from this new Modern Warfare reboot, especially with these 2 alphas and this beta that's coming out, right? So keep that good faith going, and do not f the game up by monetizing it after release, because that's the new trend nowadays, guys, right? And what they're doing is they're going to build up all this hype and all this excitement for the beta. They're going to sell a shitload of copies of the game based on pre-orders from the hype, based on just the overall general hype for the game, and then they're going to monetize it afterwards. Now, hopefully, right, this is just me being skeptical, hopefully they don't go down that route, but sorry, I burped. Seeing as the DLC and all the maps are going to be free afterwards, Activision has to report to their shareholders still, guys. They still have people that they've got to report to, okay? And what this means is that if they don't report quarterly revenues above the previous quarter, which is Black Ops 4, which they've made a shitload of money off of for monetizing, I'm sure, because the whales go out and they fucking want to buy everything. They have to report these, guys. They're going to get in trouble if they don't, okay? Bad Activision. No. You got to monetize your customers, right? And they have to report these, guys. That's just a sad thing, right? So let's hope that they don't do that, and bombard their Twitter, right? Bombard their social media, their blogs, their Reddit, everything, and let them know, like I did. I'll put it on the screen here for you now. If they fuck up and they do this, they will disintegrate their player base, okay? if enough of us can get on there and share this message and let them know, because I'm sure it's in the back of their head, if we can all let them know to not do this, we may have one of the best Call of Duties of the last several years on our hands, guys. And I'm not saying that lightly, okay? I really, really enjoyed this 2v2 beta, and it really wanted me to have to play the bigger modes, the 6v6, the 12v12, the 64 player, right? Even this rumored 100 player, even a fucking battle royale if they release it, okay? If it's free, whatever, I'll jump into it. I'll play it. I play everything. So I really hope that they're able to salvage the community goodwill and keep it going and not figure out a way to predatorily monetize their customers afterwards. But other than that, guys, those were my impressions for the new Call of Duty. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I'm going to be hopping into some more today and on stream. So if you're online, jump in the stream. But feel free to like the video and comment, guys. Let me know what you guys think. It definitely helps the channel the more you guys interact, and we love interacting with you. I mean, the channel is called Talk Gaming, so we like to talk to you guys. So talk back. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you on the next Talk Gaming. I'm going to go right.
Okay. I'm going to go up to the middle.
Got him.
I got nobody.
He's in the center. He's going up the stairs. He's almost dead. He's up there with you. Finish him off.